All right, we are live.
Hello.
Live again.
Live again. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a couple minutes for people to join up who
Cool.
hear it. And then let me also pull up the chat comment screen, because the thing that's shitty about Google Hangouts is that the chat isn't the chat that's YouTube. So 1 second, guys. All right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to jump it on here. I wish I could. Oh, yeah, pop out chat. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, that's what I'm going to try to do too.
Yeah, I have it. Jump it on here. I wish I could. Oh, yeah, pop out chat. There we go.
All right, so looks like the two of us that are watching
There we go.
are me and you,
I'm gonna
Scott.
try to do
So.
too.
All right.
Yeah, I have it. Hey, somebody's feeding back our live video. Yeah, pop out chat. There we go.
All right. So looks like the two of us that are watching. There we go.
Oh.
Oops. I was like, wait, I hear myself.
It was me looping the video back. Okay. So let's go ahead and kick it off with some of the intro music. Now that we can do that, let me find our intro music file. How official is this, everybody? All right.
Shut up and sit down.
All right. Welcome to episode 25? Oh,
24
of the STS guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey, everybody, it's Nate.
And I'm Scott.
And live for our second ever live episode. So
What? Big deal now.
a little bit more official, just because we've had our feet wet. So so if you're online, yeah, definitely join us in the chat. This episode's going to be formalized a little bit more than our last one. Kind of what we're going to be doing is we're going to be kind of doing our normal podcast for the first kind of few minutes, for the first few minutes here, and then our last few minutes of the chat session, or last few minutes of the online session, last 20 minutes or so, we're going to answer all of your user and listener questions. So if you have questions and you're not able to stick around for the entire thing, just go ahead and leave them in the chat. We'll get to them that last 20 minutes of the session here, and be able to answer any questions that you may have, or any topics that you actually want to talk about. So
right in the live stream, it's available on YouTube, like right after we're done, and then it'll get uploaded to everywhere else, like SoundCloud, iTunes, Apple Podcast, all that good stuff within the next day or so.
So awesome. So
looks like we got a couple of people joining in already.
All right.
Half Geek and Brian Rainey.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Thanks for joining in.
What's up?
Hi.
So
Hello.
the purpose of this week's episode was specifically, like I said, I think you noticed from the title, Live from Wakanda, is talking about Black Panther. I was super excited to see this movie, and I think that it's one of those things where like I said, me and Larry saw it together, and then I think you and Nate and Scott, you saw it together, right?
Yeah. So yeah, we went last night together.
So each of us went with one of the other STS guys.
We each had dates.
Aw, did you guys hold hands like Jeremy? Did you guys hold hands?
We cuddled. We had one
I
of those
pressed his leg a
two-person
couple
chairs. Yeah,
times.
Nice.
I liked it.
Yeah, me and Larry's seat, it turned into a love seat.
Yeah, we pulled the armrest up and kicked back. It was nice.
I can't
Ooh.
see what else that happened.
Reclining love.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was definitely cool. So if you don't want spoilers, like I said, I apologize. So we'll try to keep it as spoilery free as possible.
Maybe
I said,
mild spoilers, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna like lay out exactly what happens, but some of the stuff we'll talk about is going to give a little bit of the movie away. So sorry to anybody who hasn't seen it yet or doesn't care about that sort of thing.
nothing too crazy, but little, like I said, that way we can just go ahead and get it going on. So
I was thinking about a lot, and a lot of the stuff that I was gonna say is pretty generic stuff. So I think we should be good.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm not going to go into specifics, just more general.
all right, so let's go ahead and kick it off our review of Black Panther. So Scott, why don't you go first?
So this is, I know that Larry, you guys had said something. I actually really enjoyed the movie. It's not the top, like, again, it's not going to be like my all-time favorite of the MCU movies, but it was entertaining. It was a good movie.
Oh, good. I'm glad someone liked it.
Yeah, I know you guys just didn't like it at all. And my only gripe about the movie is that it really didn't progress like the overall MCU narrative at all. Like, there was almost nothing to do with it, so it was kind of just its own standalone movie. But when you looking at it as its own standalone, like, I think it ends up being just a pretty good standalone film. Like, I mean, do the MCU movies really have to all tie into one big long story?
Yeah,
I think it makes it nice that you can have like the story that really doesn't take place in that main one. So now you have more stories that you can tell. So I think it was a start of something kind of cool that the MCU can do. But yeah, I liked it. But what I was more curious to find out is kind of what your guys' gripes were, because I know Nate and I liked it, and then Jeremy and Larry, you guys didn't, right?
the STS guys are divided on this one.
Yes, we are 50-50.
But it's weird that we got divided by the groups we just happened to go see it together with.
Right.
That's weird.
I think you have common thought, when you get out of there, but we try not to talk about it specifically too much. But I did enjoy the movie. I mean, kind of like Scott said, I thought it was a good standalone story. It was actually I thought it was a very well built story. It was a clear beginning, what's the conflict? It wrapped it up real nice. And another thing I really liked about it is that the villain seemed much more fleshed out on this one than prior MCU movies. Yeah. And I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you spent a lot of time getting to know like why Killmonger is the way he is, and you feel like the MCU has a really hard time to be like, here's the villain, here's what he wants to do. Okay, let's move on. Like, they give like a snapshot, but when they keep kind of bringing up and like you get snippets of that background, that continue to come up, and you get a little bit here, and you're like, oh, that doesn't really tell me a whole lot. Then you find out like, oh, this is the next 5 minutes of what happened back in the day, like coming up. It fills in that motivation factor that a lot of MCU villains don't have really well for me. Like
way better than Yellow Jacket, way better than like the Mandarin, right? Those are just two that I can think about off the top of my head.
Right.
I totally agree with you, man.
Yeah, those two, you're like, okay, so why does the Mandarin why is he like faking terrorist attacks and doing all this stuff? Like, he couldn't.
Better than Whiplash. I mean,
way better than Whiplash.
Yeah.
Whiplash.
When you look at all the past villains, this one I feel like I know the most about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. He had a good motive. He was likable, especially in the earlier scenes. Like, I like that whole part. The ending, whatever, it kind of fell off a little bit. But I really like the way he set it up. I like that scene when he's in the museum. He was a pretty good bad guy.
Yeah. And I like how they set it up. Like, you start off like, you're like, oh, he's just like a minor thug kind of a thing. Like, he's not this bad guy. And then by the end, you're like, oh, like he's a badass. Like, it's a big shifting character that they build that you like lean into.
Yeah, a lot of the layers. You just keep peeling back more and more and more, and you figure out.
So he's like an onion.
Really is.
Yeah,
he's kind of like an onion.
Yeah.
Over here in regards to like, it's kind of like an onion. Oh God. All right, so can I tell you guys my thoughts, and maybe you'll agree with me. Maybe you'll agree with me in regards to kind of the point of where I'm coming from and why I wasn't like super thrilled with this movie. And I think had this movie come out honestly early on, so maybe during even phase 2 of the MCU, I think I would have liked that a little bit more. I think this is a hard one to have the last movie right before Infinity War, to really not have any tie-in, any kind of glimpse into the future, any kind of like, hey, you know what, this is you know what, the next movie is Infinity War. If you didn't tell me Infinity War was coming, I would not know what it is from this entire movie. And I know every movie doesn't have to like, specifically tie into one thing or the other. But like I said, I think that was a big miss. And one of the things that I really wanted to happen, and had there not been this end credit scene, I said it would have even been better. So I really wanted, like I said, so for example, you have Black Panther, T'Challa, fighting Killmonger and stuff like that, and then you have Bilbo Baggins, Eric Freeman's character. I don't know. I don't see Bilbo Baggins every time I ever saw him.
The other Ross, not the good one, but the other one.
Exactly. So then I'm like, okay, so I'm like, you have Winter Soldier on ice over there because you have that end credit scene from Civil War of Winter Soldier Bucky being, basically being on ice over there. It's like, hey, you know what? Are you sure you want this, Bucky? Yeah, this is where I belong. Okay, let's thaw out Bucky Barnes. Let's get him to, as an ally, because obviously I said he's a good guy, and and T'Challa realizes that now. Hey, let's have him jump on board, or
have
him help out.
You have a trained assassin that can take out entire armies by himself. Why didn't you dethaw him?
Yeah, and I think that's it specifically.
Well, and here's the other thing that I was thinking about too. Another weird question, and I think Nate and I brought this up, is where's Cap? He's hiding out in Wakanda, right? Yeah. If Bucky's there, Cap's also there. It's happened at that point. So why isn't Captain America there at the end to help fight?
Yeah. If Infinity War starts off and Captain America's in Wakanda, I'm going to be very disappointed. I didn't realize that. You're absolutely right, but I didn't connect those dots. Yeah. If he is, I'm going to be pissed.
Now it could be that he's still hiding out, right? And they didn't want to, because this seems like it only takes place really days after Civil War, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So at this point, they could be okay, it's not. They haven't come back yet, right? Who knows how long they're gone. Maybe he's over there at the raft or whatever, trying to pick everybody up. But yeah, it's it really, that's the only thing I was like, where's all these other characters that we have established are hiding out in Wakanda? Are they off having some adventure themselves, or kind of where they're at?
Mm-hmm.
So, but to your point, Jeremy, about this movie, I think you're going to be probably disappointed in Ant-Man and the Wasp, because from what it's shaping up to be, is that's not going to progress that narrative at all either. It's going to be its own separate kind of standalone film as well, from what I hear.
Which I am actually okay with them.
So they can be gone.
So they get a free pass.
Yeah, so they get a free pass. but freaking Black Panther.
No. And like I said, and the reason specifically why is because, like I said, it's the next movie right before Infinity War. Like I said, if it was
right, but Infinity War is going to end on a spoiler, right? Or there's going to be a cliffhanger ending. Right,
that's what I wanted.
We know there's a second one coming up, right? So if you end Infinity War on a cliffhanger, and then you have Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out right afterwards with nothing nothing to really tie it back to it, other than maybe them at the very end of the movie being like, "Oh, we have to go help in Wakanda now. There's this big purple guy that showed up." I think you're going to be disappointed that we didn't talk about anything that happened on that last little, cliffhanger.
Yeah, I think it would have been really good marketing, at least from Disney's side, just to create more hype by just giving us a little bit of Infinity War right at the end.
I think it would have helped the film, but in my view, I would much rather have it where you have films that both keep that story going, but then give me some films of some of these characters where it doesn't tie into it. Why does everything have to lead into Infinity War?
So I thought of something, right? So phase 1, that first Thor movie, Captain America, the First Avenger, those had really nothing to do with the first Avengers movie, other than the fact that those characters all came together. So I guess that's what this Black Panther movie is supposed to be. It doesn't have to be part of that bigger universe. It is its own thing.
Yeah,
it's got a character who's going to be in the movie, but all I really wanted was just one scene at the end after everything wraps up in the Black Panther Wakanda universe. I wanted Thanos to come down and just be like, "Hey, what's up, dude? I'm here."
Or at least show his his ship showing up, pan out to the earth and have his ship show. Yeah, I think something like that would have been better for it, but I can't really dock the movie that much for not having it, where I see kind of what they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my other thing, my point two with this was, okay, so there was no real tie-in with that. See, I know you said they fleshed out the villain really well, which from the backstory of the villain, yeah, I like Killmonger a lot in regards from that aspect. From just the character actor itself, I'm like, this is gonna sound weird, but he sounded too broy to me, like too hipster, too
urban.
He was
he too millennial?
He was too millennial. Yeah, he was definitely. Yeah, he is. He's definitely the millennial like activist, kind of thing. Like I get like his attitude is kind of shitty, but like at least you know why he's like that. Like unlike most millennials that just show up that way, at least we got a backstory to tell him why he was like that.
I don't know. Like I said it wasn't bad. I think I did this to myself, and I really think that I kind of killed it for myself, and I think that's why I'm going into Infinity War with like no expectations whatsoever, even though it's everything I've invested my time in over these past few years. And I think I did it to myself because I said I think that if there was just like one little thing, I'm like just give me one thing, like for example, let me get on this point. So the Soul Stone. So the Soul Stone obviously is in Wakanda, right? So that's why we're looking for. Like I said, that's why in the Infinity War trailer we actually have a lot of those scenes take place actually
in Wakanda. Yeah.
So I think we can all agree that the Soul Stone is the flowers, right?
Right.
Well, I don't think it's the flowers actually.
Okay. So good.
So,
that's what I'm talking about. Because I think the flowers.
So you think it's I would say this. I think the flowers are a symptom of it, but I don't think they're the actual Soul Stone itself. Yeah, my cam keeps like sliding back.
Give me motion sickness, Scott.
So what I think is we saw the meteor, right? And when you go into the he's looking at all the trains that are going through, and you see the whole like vibranium mine. There's this weird little like different color because all that vibranium was like purple, right? Then you have this little triangle like pyramid looking thing in the center of the bottom of the mine.
Is blue because you're colorblind. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, so whatever. It's blue. Whatever. I am colorblind. So at the bottom they had that little triangle thing that was kind of glowing a different color, right? So it was like yellowy kind of orange thing. That I think is actually where the Soul Stone is, and I think it's just leaching into the thing that the flowers are pulling out of the ground.
Yeah, but somehow it has something to do with those flowers.
Yeah. So I think the flowers are like basically the Soul Stone kind of like reaching out or whatever, and they're growing because they grow on the ground near it. They're getting some of the power, but I think the stone itself is in the mine.
Well, yeah, I mean, just the fact that the Black Panther power is from the flowers. I mean, they're trying to hint at something large is driving all of that.
Right. They brought that up several times, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, and we know for a fact that like he crushes a flower, right? Drinks the liquid, and he's convening with the souls of the dead. Like, and multiple people use these flowers to talk to dead people. So yeah, it definitely is the Soul Stone in its somehow that's going to be connected somehow to that Soul Stone.
Yeah, just on a side tangent, it is really clear that they got a lot of the influence for the technology, at least to me, from Star Wars.
Yeah,
you can tell all the work that they put into the CGI has paid off because, man, the CGI was really, really good in that movie. I mean, there was a lot of it, but it was really clear.
What I always laugh because they have these little metal, looks like metal shaving, basically 3D holograms of people that show up in their hand, just like the old school holograms in Star Trek. So I was like, or Star Wars, like coming up, like where they just hold up their hand and the little hologram shows up. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, that they did take a lot of those cues from that. I think having both properties in your pocket, you get to kind of bleed, some of the stuff in between the two.
Oh, you can tell that just pumping money into the, the visual effects department, which it's paying off though, because it looks great.
Yeah.
Visually, the movie was stunning. Like I said, I think from that aspect, like I said, I can't knock the movie from that aspect.
Yeah.
I think my
You just were disappointed in kind of the story and the way it was told.
I think it was the story and the way it was told, and I think that I would have rather had him not show up in Civil War, and then show up in this first, and then Civil War. I think if I would have had this movie before Civil War, I would have
liked it a lot better.
I think I would have liked it a lot better. And,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
so
I think that's fair.
So here's the thing. Coming into it, and Hunted, thank you for joining Nate and I and liking the movie. Coming up here,
I liked it too.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. This movie clearly did well, right? Financially, already, it's killing it, right?
I think we tweeted something out. It's supposed to make 185 million over the 3 days, and then
like that's
over the 4 days, it's expected to be like 212 million.
That's nuts. So here's the question I have: is clearly this is probably going to get a sequel, right?
Maybe.
See,
maybe
that was another. I think he brings up another good discussion. Like, does it really deserve a sequel?
And that was the one thing that me and Larry, I said, I literally looked over to Larry. I said, because we didn't talk about kind of how we felt about the movie at all, because we wanted to save it kind of for our genuine reactions on the actual podcast. But I said, the one thing I did say to him, I'm like, I don't see how they basically take this into a sequel.
No, you've had in that movie, you had 3 of Black Panther's main bad guys, right? At the end of it, 2 of them aren't going to be coming back, and one of them is his buddy at the end, right? Like, they make friends.
Yeah, Manape and him are BFF now.
Yeah, they're like BFF. So you got Manape, who's I thought was going to be a bad guy. He shows up at the end. He's like, hey, we're cool. Awesome. And then the other 2, Claw and Killmonger were working together, and we know what Marvel likes to do with their bad guys. So it's not a spoiler if we claim it that way.
Let's talk about Claw just for a second. I know I'm going off on tangents here, but man, Circus was an awesome Claw. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so that brings me to my other point of why I said I wasn't necessarily a fan. Why does every movie that Andy Serkis is in, why are we killing Andy Serkis off? Like, yeah, obviously he's now. I'm like, I said we killed him off with Star Wars as Snoke, so now we killed him off as Claw in Black Panther. I'm like, come on, like
he's dead as Caesar, right? Caesar died at the end of the last Planet of the Apes movie,
dude. I think
spoiler alert.
I think we need to say something out there, or have like a GoFundMe for Andy Serkis. Like, please let the guy be in more than one movie.
So, dude, he has his own like mocap studio. I think he's he's gonna be fine.
We have 2 comments. So Hunted Becomes Hunter says they don't need a sequel, and Area 51 says sequel will be decided on how much this makes. That's kind of where I'm going, except for the reason why I think it might be hard is because they already have such a full plate on the MCU. Where are they going to cram in a Black Panther movie? And do you really want to see Black Panther 2 over like a Black Widow movie or something new?
Right. And I think if they do a second one, it'll be after Infinity War, after all of this.
For sure.
Yeah, they're gonna have to kind of shoehorn that one in, and it would have to be something I think by itself, because if you're going, what is it, Phase 3, right? Is the new one after Infinity War, or is it Phase 4?
I think it's Phase 4.
Phase 4. Right?
Phase 4, right? So when they go into Phase 4, that's when they said they're going to start reintroducing a bunch of new characters. So you're kind of starting this whole new series moving forward. So the only way to do a sequel really is its own little standalone, unique film that doesn't have to deal with those Phase 4.
I'm reading the comments right now. It said he's like Sean Bean.
Yeah,
new Sean Bean.
Absolutely. Like, hey, kill Ned Stark. There you go. Ned Stark's done.
Sean Bean though has the thing. Like, there's very few movies that I've ever seen where I've seen where Sean Bean's alive at the end. Was it Silent Hill, I think, was the last one I saw where he still actually lived through it. And I was like, it's a horror movie where everyone dies and he's the only one that lives. Like, it was the weirdest. It was the only weird one that I've seen. That was my tangent, by the way.
Should we rank some stuff? I feel like we need to do some rankings.
Let's do some rankings. Good segue.
Okay, can I, since I'm on the hate train today, and it was last week, it was shitty webcam, but I'm on the hate train because everyone is basically bashing me for not liking this movie.
We're not bashing you. I just don't agree.
Jerry, we respect you. We just respectfully disagree.
Yes.
All right. Well, at least I got the respect. So let's do this. So instead of our 5 best MCU movies, how about our 5 least favorite, our 5 worst MCU entrances?
Ooh, 5 least favorite.
That's gonna be tough.
Does that mean Black Panther's in your bottom 5?
I'm not going to tell you. Not until you.
No.
So let's go ahead and Larry. Why don't you go first?
Are we doing all 5, or am I doing like the worst movie?
Let's do one each and go around.
All right. So this is going to be hard because I don't have this planned out. However, I'm going to go the worst movie. Oh man. Iron Man 3.
3? Yeah.
Iron Man 3.
I agree with Larry. Yep.
I'm going to put that as my bottom. That's my worst one out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And to add to that one, it never would have been that had that whole Mandarin shit not occurred.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. Right,
Well, you guys that are
whole
watching,
tease.
If they did something better with that, or dude, just make. I mean, the guy is MODOK, for God's sakes. Just make him MODOK. Like, do that and you're done. Like, keep the Mandarin as some scary dude in the background that's pulling the strings or whatever. But like, you guys totally screwed the pooch on that one. Thank you, Area 51, for agreeing with us.
Area 51 agrees.
Yeah.
Guys, tell us what you think is the worst while we're talking here.
Yeah.
I am in consensus. Like I said, Iron Man 3 is probably my worst, and honestly, not just the Mandarin shit, throughout the movie. Because I'm like, well, first and foremost, I'm like, come on, I'm like, you have a killer actor playing the Mandarin, and then you waste it. That was terrible. But then, I honestly, I think my thing is the end of the movie. It's the end of the movie. So it's a lot.
Quit being Iron Man, but. Yeah, doesn't quit being Iron Man. I'm
gonna quit being Iron Man. Basically, he has this. They basically show a surgery, so that way it shows him moving, actually removing the arc reactor from his chest, and that way he doesn't have to walk around with an arc reactor anymore. But if you notice, in every movie that Tony Stark showed up in after that, he still has an arc reactor in his chest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have a gaping hole. You got to fill it with something, right? Like
with something cool that lights up.
Yeah, I feel like the MCU did kind of an X-Men Last Stand approach. They kind of ignored that movie when they did Days of Future Past. Like, that didn't happen. Let's just ignore that.
Let's just move forward with all these other movies.
Right.
All right, Larry, you're number 2.
All right. I'm gonna go. What?
I think I know it. Can I guess?
What do you got?
Are you gonna say Dark World?
No, I like Dark World most of it.
More
than like the entire.
Let me tell you this: out of everybody here, Larry is the one that was like, I actually like Dark World better than I like a lot of the other ones.
Still might be in my bottom 5, but it is not Dark World. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm gonna go Incredible Hulk.
That was my second.
Yeah, well done, Nate.
Right?
Yep. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen it very much, and it's been a really long time since I've seen it. I just remember not liking it very much. It was okay, but. I don't know. It would be nice to get another Incredible Hulk movie, I guess.
Yeah, man, it would. I know we've already had 2 Hulks, but we haven't had a Ruffalo Hulk standalone. And I think Hulk's a strong character enough that he can stand alone. He's got so many stories to tell.
You know what it was? And I forget the character's name, but Abomination, the guy who becomes Abomination. That guy is like 5'4". Yeah. And was like skinny as hell, and I was expected to believe that he's some like super soldier, like running around that could take on all these things, like
Howard the Duck.
Yeah,
the Ed Norton Hulk, Area 51. Norton Hulk.
We don't acknowledge the Ang Lee Hulk as a Hulk movie at all.
Well, the Ang Lee Hulk isn't technically part of the MCU.
Yeah, well, yeah, but still, I mean, I actually legit pretend that movie doesn't exist at all.
Yeah, it's kind of like Voldemort, the movie that must not be named.
Yeah, it was that Hulk movie.
So what's everybody else got?
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Any other second to the bottom?
For me, this one's gonna sound weird, but for me, it was the first Thor. I was not a fan. Like, you have this awesome character playing Thor, and you give him powers for 30 minutes of the movie, and then it's just like normal human being Thor, like learning a lesson. Like, I did not like that Thor movie.
So does that mean you like Dark World more than first Thor?
I like Dark World more than the first one.
Nice. See, Dark World isn't that bad.
It's not that bad when you compare it to its original.
You're getting allies, Larry.
Yeah,
I know. Look,
so I'm gonna pick another one that might give me some hate. Captain America 1 is one of my least favorites.
See, I'm going to jump on here, Nate. That one's my next one.
Yeah.
Timesies.
Time out. Okay.
So we do. Does everyone have number 1 and number 2?
Yep.
All right. So Nate, what are you going out of order?
No, he just said Captain America.
All right. So that's your number 2?
Well, yeah, that's my number 2.
Oh no. I just totally fucked
Sorry.
What are we doing?
I thought we were just going on tangents here. My bad.
Making a poo joke.
Yes. Yes, he's making a poop joke. Jeremy made the poop joke. It wasn't me this time.
It wasn't.
I think Jeremy's trying to point out I went out of turn here, so let's get back to somebody else's number 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like I said, well, my number 2 was Incredible Hulk 2. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for like I said, the last 10 seconds of the movie when you have Robert Downey Jr. coming into Thunderbolt to General Ross. That was my favorite part of the entire movie.
Yeah.
Nate,
the scene that wasn't in theaters, right? That was added in, I think, for the DVDs.
I don't remember.
I don't know if I saw that in the theater.
Yeah, I don't think I
It's
saw
been
it.
a while. Doesn't matter. So Nate, your number 3, your third
Number
worst,
third.
least
Number
favorite
third.
Number 3.
Marvel Cinematic Universe movie is Captain America: First Avenger. Why?
Correct. Yes. So I liked Red Skull. Red Skull is probably one of the strongest parts of the movie, but it was just too goody two shoes for me. I don't know. There's just something about it. The fact when he's, strolling around with the army, doing the whole marketing thing, it just fell flat to me. It seemed unnecessary.
There was a lot of origin story in that one that that did kind of drag on and on. And you know what? I'll be honest right now. First Avenger was on TV like a week or 2 ago, and I was watching it, and there are parts in there that I didn't remember. I'm almost positive I fell asleep watching the First Avenger. I may have never seen the entire movie. You know what? My number 3, also First Avenger.
Yeah, and see that's mine too. I think we have another consensus on that one because it was generally just something that I just didn't enjoy half the stuff. Like the characters, I thought they tried to be too comic booky with like the Howling Avenger or the Howling Commandos. Like they were all like these comic booky characters, whereas the rest of everybody was super serious. Like I don't know, something about it it doesn't sit right with me.
It's still my top 5, but it's not my number 3. My number 3 actually is Guardians 2.
Ooh. Interesting choice. So explain it, please.
Jumping in with a fan favorite here.
Yeah, explain that one, Jeremy.
I think I said that, and maybe this is another one that I ruined for myself after enjoying the kind of journey of the first Guardian so much. To jump into basically the ego story, and like I said, just they tried to like really jam in. Like I said the humor, it just didn't happen naturally, kind of like it did in the first film. A
lot of the stuff was, I think, forced. I would agree with you on that one.
I think it was forced. I think there's a lot more they could have done with it. And then honestly, I think the reason I didn't like it is because they had just developed Yondu into an awesome character, and then they kill him off. And so
you have shocked Brian Rainey, by the way. He says, "Wow."
Yeah.
Sorry, Brian. Like I said, that was I honestly, if they hadn't killed Yondu, I think it'd be a little bit different. But it's because of that.
Yeah, that's a good point because they made Yondu a really strong character right when they killed him. And it's just like, man,
damn, yeah. And they're trying to bring Kraglin in to kind of take over that, and I don't think I agree with that. Like Kraglin, I don't think is a strong enough character to take over that Yondu role.
So Area 51 asked basically, do you ever think we'll see a Red Hulk movie or Planet Hulk movie? Planet Hulk, I don't think so. I think basically our homage to that was Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't, unless some licensing gets flushed out, I don't see us revisiting that. I'm sorry. If we see another Hulk movie, what I would like to see is
Red Hulk.
A Red Hulk, or like I said, a World War Hulk. I did like that storyline after the Planet Hulk storyline actually in Marvel. So if we saw that, that'd be great. Hey Frank, what's up, man?
Hey Frank.
What's up, Frank?
Welcome.
Red Hulk movie. I would love a Red Hulk movie. Like I said, if we can put in there, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but Red Hulk is General Ross, right?
Yeah, so I mean, we have the character in the MCU.
What's up, Diddy?
Denny McGuire.
Oh, Danny McGuire's in here.
Hey, so I think I don't know if we're ever going to get a Hulk standalone, right? I don't know if Universal's ever going to give up the rights or anything like that. So I think we're only going to get these Hulk stories in bits and pieces inside other stories. And we have Thunderbolt Ross as a character in the MCU already. So like we have the opportunity. I would love to see him maybe as, and maybe the, sequel 2 or something coming up like, Infinity War, the second one that comes up. You have the Red Hulk. Maybe we have, Hulk's getting beat up by somebody, and all of a sudden you have the Red Hulk show up, and you have like a tag team. Something like that would be. I would love it. I don't think it's going to happen that way, and I highly doubt that we'll ever see it. But
you know what I think is more likely than that, and what I want like a million times more than a Red Hulk is a She-Hulk. I would really like it if She-Hulk shows up in Infinity War or at some point. Plus, it's a strong female character. Like, it's probably more likely to happen than just a big buff red guy.
Right. What I've always said too, like, I mean, to you guys, I want a She-Hulk TV show. Like, I want them to actually do a serial. Like that would work. A lawyer show where then she hulks out and beats the living shit out of people.
Yeah.
Like,
right?
Netflix, are you listening?
Yeah, like Netflix needs to get in line with this, or Disney wants their own little, storylines or whatever on their streaming thing. But Ray Gill, welcome on, man. So we get those.
Ray
stories.
Gill loves Hulk red and green. Yeah, you do.
Yes.
Does he mean composite Hulk?
Yes, composite.
Compound.
Yes.
Compound, excuse me. You're right.
Compound Hulk.
I know my Hulks, man.
Yeah, you know your Hulks. I'm not going to argue against that.
So as much as I would love to see She-Hulk in the movies, I think her kind of the way she goes would fit better in a TV show. I would love to see a She-Hulk TV show.
I would totally watch that, right? Like it's a mashup between Law and Order and like the OC because she lives in California. So one day she's in the courtroom, the next day she's hanging out on the beach.
And then beating the crap out of some bad guys.
Beating the crap out of the bad guys, right? Throwing down at Venice Beach.
Sounds like gold.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Should we pitch Marvel TV shows for like a good 20
I love
minutes?
how inside your thing though, you never even brought up her like Hulk powers. That could be any woman who's a lawyer in OC.
Yeah, I don't care. I just want like the OC to come back. Really.
Ooh, Art Miranda's asking who would play She-Hulk. Who do you think, Larry?
Crap. What's the girl's name from Community? Like Allison Brie, something like that.
Is she?
That's a good one. I like that.
That's good, but like if that one's hard because She-Hulk is like physically like not a she's big, like she's a tall, like muscular, like thick person. So it's hard to find like I don't know an actress right now, like off the top of my head that I could jump in and be like, oh, you'd be the perfect one because you don't fit that. Like it's the height thing.
That is true, but I bet there's a way they can. There's a way they can make that work.
Red Hulk and Green Hulk equals Christmas Hulk, says Area 51.
Ho, 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 says Danny McGuire.
That'd be an interesting Hulk with a nice white beard wearing a red suit.
Yeah.
Right. Santa hat.
That's kind of like the old man Logan Hulk, right? With the beard. You just put a Christmas hat on him and call him good. The
Hulk smash Christmas gift.
Oh, Frank said a good idea. He says, what about the Hulk Agents of Smash cartoon, but on the big screen? So like, right, it's a team of Hulks that are all smart and intelligent, but they work together. I've watched the cartoon a couple times. I'd watch that as a movie.
Yeah, I like that.
I would totally be on board with that.
Art Miranda. Oh God, please no Megan Fox.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Please no. No, I agree. Please no.
The sad thing is, She-Hulk is a lawyer, so she actually has to sound intelligent, and I don't think Megan Fox is capable of that.
So this is gonna sound weird. I just because they all seem to be making their way onto the big screen now, anyways, with like The Rock and John Cena and everybody else. What about Nikki Bella as She-Hulk?
See, that one of those the wrestlers I think has the build and like the size.
I couldn't think of the name, and I had to like pull up pictures, and so basically, like I said, on my second screen now, I have like all these women on my screen.
Yeah. So one of like the what are the divas, right? Like they would be the right like size and I think fit physically to be able to play She-Hulk, but I don't know any of them that have an acting shop well enough to be able to do it. So
I was just gonna say,
I'm not that familiar with them that much. So
I was just gonna say, if you've seen Ronda Rousey in a movie, you need some acting skills. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you may fit the part physically, but you're not a very good actor, and that counts a lot.
She's a mess.
Yeah, but that's also an MMA fighter, not like a WWE person. Like at least there's a little bit of acting that has to happen in WWE that I would trust a little bit better. But like, yeah, we're not going through. Yes, thank you, Ray.
There you go. I don't know if I've ever heard of her.
I actually just brought up. I'm looking at those WWE divas. Somehow I'm stuck on like a mixed list of guys and girls. But yeah, she would do okay. There's another one too. I can't think of her name. I thought it started with a B, but I'm not seeing it. So if you guys know, you guys
talking
know
about Ronda going
divas.
to. Sorry, Larry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good, man. Go.
Frank's talking about how Ronda's going to WWE. I don't follow WWE, but I have heard that she is going to wrestling. And
yeah, she was
is confirming it.
Yeah, she was in Royal Rumble. I don't know exactly what happened, but there's some pictures of her. Maybe you get a WWE diva, and then you get Zack Ryder to be in it too.
There you go.
There.
Larry, you need to go to Hollywood and write or something.
So I'm gonna redirect this conversation. So how about our number 4?
Yeah, no, we have to go. We have to go on here. So
Talk about
wrestling.
Yeah.
What's Hulk Hogan doing?
Yeah. Hopefully he's in one of the next. I mean, they're getting all these old stars, right? So maybe he's in the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
Commander 2.
Okay. Bad tangent. When you guys saw Black Panther, what trailers played before Black Panther? Was it like a Shaquille O'Neal basketball movie and some crazy ass Wes Anderson thing?
No.
So you're talking Isle of Dogs, right?
That movie is so weird.
Thanks to Jeremy, I now saw what that movie's about, and it looks weird as hell.
Yeah.
All right, good. Has anybody in the chat seen the trailer for Isle of Dogs? Can you please tell me what the point is and how that got greenlit? I know there's a bunch of stars, but
no, it's because it's Wes Anderson. Like that's why it got greenlit.
Is that easy? Is that easy to get greenlit a crappy movie in Hollywood once you've made a good movie?
If you make cult classic movies every time, yeah, like they'll give you whatever you want.
Yeah, he made that Fox movie, which is a stop motion, just like this one. And I actually really loved Life Aquatic. I know that was a super weird movie, but I thought it was a great film.
Like what movie. Royal Tenenbaums was his.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
He makes some crazy stuff.
The Boy Scout one where the kid is like
Rushmore.
Yeah, Rushmore. And there's the one where the kid and the little girl like run away and he's like a scout and Ed Norton's like the scout leader. Like
I can't remember what that's called.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of that one, but like all of those movies like did decently well enough and have like a cult following for that guy to literally he sneezes into a napkin and they'll greenlight that movie. Like it's nuts.
All right, Jeremy. So I know you're trying to get us back on track. Who do you want to go for number 4?
I think let's just reset it from the beginning. Let's go, Larry. Let's go number 4.
Number 4, man, you stole my thunder, but I was going to say Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, wow.
I didn't like it. I didn't like the whole ego thing. Like it had good parts. Like that opening scene was amazing. Like it started off so great, but then right downhill. Just super disappointed. Guardians of the Galaxy is my number 2 favorite. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is my favorite movie. I got an ad playing. My bad.
That's what that was?
Yeah. Sorry.
Luckily, I have everything muted with the mic, so otherwise we don't get that reverb back in this. So.
Cool.
Diddly. That works. All right, Nate.
Man, number 4. I'm gonna have to, and I'm gonna piss off Larry. I'm gonna go with Thor: Dark World.
No, that's fair, man. That's a good spot for Thor. Like, it's not the worst, but it's definitely in the bottom 5. Just wait.
Nice. Oh, Casual Unboxing is here.
Oh, what
Casual
up?
Boxing, welcome, man.
Dude, Casual, I got to give you a personal thank you. You went above and beyond, and you are sending me a webcam. I know, hopefully it's better for you this time, but thanks so much, man. That you didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate it.
I let borrow my. He actually we actually met halfway, just because we live far apart from each other. We met halfway, so he met me at the bar I was going to earlier today. It's like to actually just pick up a webcam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Casual Unboxing, What We Do in the Shadows, one of the funniest movies of all time. I love that freaking movie.
I haven't seen that, but I want to check it out.
Taika Waititi, the guy who did Thor Thor Ragnarok, is one of the vampires in that and was like the writer and director of it. It is amazing. Nice. Super dry, witty humor, very funny. So that's a great jump in here.
So Scott, what's your number 4?
That is a hard one. Because we have basically Iron Man 3, Hulk, Captain America, and the first Thor. So far. So yeah, I guess Hulk is mine.
Hulk. Incredible Hulk. All right.
Incredible Hulk.
Jeremy, what do you got?
Mine is that this is where I'd put Captain America versus Avenger at. So number 4.
Number 4.
That's fair.
All right, Larry, finish us off. What's number 5?
Nope, my number 5 is Iron Man 2 with Whiplash.
I am agreeing with Larry. Iron Man 2 is my number 5. Yeah, I did not like Whiplash. It was cool to see War Machine, but I thought it was underutilized.
Yeah, I mean, we got more War Machine, right? He's in everything now, so that's not even special. Yeah, it doesn't hold up very well. Like at the time, it was really good. I liked it. It was a good movie, but it's just not my favorite anymore.
That was going to be my thing. Is like at the time, it was so great, and then you go back and like compared to everything, is like that's not as good as it could be. Like it does not hold up.
So everyone loves Iron Man 2.
Yeah,
shiny silver
Iron Man. But I'm looking at this picture of Ray Gale, and his forehead looks really shiny too, man.
So maybe that's like it. He's looking like he's straining here.
He looks either really angry, he's having a really hard time.
Well, Larry, I do love that your picture is you on that purple couch, that goddamn couch.
Thanks. That'll be right. That's my legacy.
Yeah, it's Larry. Larry sat on a purple couch one time in Hollywood,
just south of Santa Monica Boulevard.
So my number 5
that's like a Sheryl Crow song, man. My life is like a Sheryl Crow song.
Larry on a purple couch.
Jeremy's number 5.
All right, Jeremy, number 5.
My number 5, honestly, is Iron Man 2. I'm right there.
See, same page, guys. Same page. I like this unity, teamwork. It's like we work well together or something.
I like that all of our number 5s.
Travis, what's up, man? Travis Haley, what's up, man?
Yeah.
What up?
What's up?
I like that all of our top 5 worst generally were the same, just in slightly different order.
Yeah.
Tehran, you stole my next comment. I was going to say that Tony Stark was very douchey in Iron Man 2. I agree with you.
No,
I thought Black Panther was going to show up in Jeremy's bottom 5, but I guess it must be like number 6, right?
Yeah. Tehran, what's going on, man?
Actually, it's number 6. It's number 6.
Number 6. All right, Black Panther is Jeremy's number 6.
So I've got a good comparison, right? Like at least I think it's a good comparison. What's better, Black Panther or Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange.
I think
they're about the same on me here. Like again, I like them both for what they were. Is they just kind of were a character story. They didn't really
pick one, Scott. Pick one.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, I think, was a little bit better, but not by much. Like neither of those two movies was bad by any say. I know that they were, amongst like viewers and things controversial, but I liked them both.
Just pick a movie.
I said
pick a movie, Scott.
I already did, fuckers. I said I like Doctor Strange a little bit better, but I put them both good. Like neither of them were bad movies to me.
What do you think, Nate?
I'm saying Doctor Strange just for the sheer fact of the potential of the character.
Yeah. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
I think they're both kind of similar, right? They're this kind of new wave, kind of introduce a new character in a movie. They've learned some things since Captain America: The First Avenger, but it's characters that people don't really know a lot about. I think they just did a better job and set up a better movie with Doctor Strange.
Area 51, Iron Man 2 capitalized on Mickey Rourke's popularity time. Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was dumb, man.
Yeah.
Dumb.
They basically like, hey, what the wrestler? He did great in the wrestler. Let's put him in a movie. No, I absolutely agree.
The thing with Mickey Rourke is I didn't like the fact that they made up a character basically for him. There's like, we want Whiplash and then the Dynamo.
Plus that horrible Russian
We want
accent.
both. Yeah, and with this bad Russian accent, it's like we can't have one or the other. So let's just combine the two and say it's the same guy. And like one guy can't be like three villains. Like, I'm sorry, like pick one.
Art, I got all the Doctor Strange pops for like $2 each. Yeah. What the fuck? Like I said,
great grab.
They were not popular at all. Even like the exclusives, like the Target exclusive, like where he's like yellow and translucent and stuff like that.
Yeah, that one was rad. But they made two of them.
Yeah.
MC
And
box. Yeah, it was a collector box. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a collector box and Target exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah,
funny correlation too, because the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange figures are not popular at all. They're always on the discount rack.
Yeah, well, nobody wants the ancient one, or what's that other guy's name? Carl Drago.
Well, no one wants the ancient one. That's the bald white lady. Like
Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah.
Bald white lady.
But just wait for those Black Panther pops to hit the clearance racks. Hunted becomes Hunter. We were talking on the Twitter the other day that after seeing the movie, I'm like, yeah, man, I got to get those glow in the dark pops. They're pretty legit. Those suits were pretty awesome too. So yeah, if you like, I think there's a Target exclusive and a Walmart exclusive. I'm gonna be looking for those.
So does the lines light up? Is that what that is?
Yeah, I thought that was just like a cool Funko thing, but no, it's like the suits look like that. So I got the Dorbs already, the Hot Topic exclusive Dorbs, but I'm looking for the pops.
Well, I think my only gripe about that is I'm like, now I gotta go like hunt down those chases because because like I said, the mass versions are the chases. I'm like,
yeah.
Typically, like I said, the unmasked, like, some of the other lines are the chases, but I'm like, you made the mass version the chases, like the thing that everybody wants. Like I said, I haven't seen those anyplace. I've looked, I haven't seen them anyplace, and so I'm still looking because that Killmonger, because I do love that Killmonger, that chase pop, that Killmonger chase pop.
I like the fact that they had the two different suits in Black Panther, and when they had, all you saw was kind of the necklace thing, but when they put on the suits, like the actual change, like Killmonger suit looked more like like a leopard kind of a thing. Like, I actually like how they distinguish it that way.
Yeah.
Art says basically, what do you think of the new Pennywise pops? I have one specifically that I like there. It's the Amazon exclusive where he's got the bloody arm in his hand and he's waving. That one, by far, New Wave is my favorite, and I have to have it.
Yeah, you show me that picture. That looks awesome.
That one's pretty killer. So here's one thing. I know we skipped over this. We normally give a number review, so we can kind of give a kind of STS guys aggregate here, which this one will actually be pretty interesting. We talked about Black Panther and one of our worst MCU ones. What is your overall rating score out of 5 for Black Panther?
5 being the best.
5 being the best.
3. No hesitation. 3.
No hesitation.
It's average.
I'm gonna go with a 4 out of 5. Scott, what do you got?
I'm just loving Drew's message here about Nate. He wants Nate in third base here.
Hello, Drew.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, Drew. Welcome.
So good over. So I put it a good solid 3 out of 5 for me. It's solid movie, not the best in the world, but a good solid one. Jeremy, what's yours?
I'm honestly with Larry. Solid 3. Like I said, it wasn't like terrible. Like I said, it was just I think it was a good movie for what it was. 3, like I said. Solid.
All right, so
you guys all do 3s, and I did a 4.
Yep. So
yeah, Nate loved it the best.
Scott, you kind of left me hanging there. I thought you were going to back me up.
I like the movie. 3 is not a bad score for a movie. That's 3 out of 5. That's not a bad score. That's a passing score for me.
Bye, Art. Bye, Casual Unboxing.
Bye, guys.
See you, Casual. Thanks again, man. I appreciate it.
So going into, I think, overall that puts us 3.25 overall, weighted score for the movie. So I think it's
weighted. Whose vote counts a little bit more than mine?
Yeah, well, no, I should just say average. I should say average, right? Whatever. Fuck you guys. I've been drinking.
You're such an analyst.
So coming up here, I think it's not a bad movie at all. Like I know Jeremy didn't like it, but in general, I think we can say it's pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but I gave it the same rating you did.
Yeah, I don't get it. Scott said he liked
Come on,
it,
Scott.
but he
I
gave
liked
the same rating as Larry.
Okay,
and Jeremy.
do you guys want me? Because you always give me shit for the half scores.
You like
fuck
half
you guys.
stars.
3.5.
3.5.
There you go.
3.5. There we go.
All right, I feel a little bit better.
So wait, what's the average on that now, Scott?
Oh, I'm not even gonna try that after alcohol. That's too many points.
That's like a 3.65 or something. I don't know.
Let's get into some of the questions. So I think the last question we got going, the latest question we got going is Nate in third base.
Oh,
Can we talk about Nate and third base? Nate,
no.
what would you do? How much money would it cost for one of our listeners to get to third base?
So
Like
if you're talking about, hey, you know what? That's a good segue because if you go to our Patreon page, we have a third base.
Whoa,
Yeah.
what?
We have a Patreon page?
Wait. Well, first off, $17 for me. Let's just put it out there.
Done.
You're a cheap date.
I am a cheap date.
Drew
So
gets
what-
a discount. I'll do third base for Drew for a discount.
Like I've seen people talking
Yeah,
about
he
Patreon.
still won't give you an actual number.
I've seen people talk about Patreon, but what exactly is it?
So
Jeremy, tell us more.
yes, so basically everything that we do, everything that we produce, we do like I said on our own. So basically we buy all of our own like subscription boxes, we buy all the toys, we buy all the equipment, all the microphones, every piece of equipment, production equipment that we have. So we paid for it for ourselves. So it's not so we do this because like so we love to do it. I said we don't typically want to charge anybody for like having like just to listen to a podcast or this that or the other. The Patreon is basically there. It's almost similar to a GoFundMe. It's just basically how you can support the community and basically support the podcast. And basically we have contributions, like I said, as low as like I said $1. So if you like to continue to see content, like I said, it just helps us out with some of the different fees that we have associated with it, with some of the different things.
Thanks, Drew.
Thank you, Drew.
Yeah,
Does anybody
so if
have
you
the
guys-
page up? Like, what kind of cool stuff can I get?
So I have it up here. So basically,
Go ahead and screen share.
how do I-
Oh,
okay. Ooh.
If you guys like what you're doing, what we're doing, go to our Patreon. Show us your support.
Patreon.com/STS.
Really appreciate it.
guys. Drew would like
Share
Drew would
links
like a
and
link.
Everybody apparently wants to go to third base with me. I feel so popular.
Yes. So I'm gonna jump on here. I'm gonna drop a link into the actual chat here, so people, if they want to go into it, can go take a look.
Nice. I think we could update the actual comments too.
Yes, we
Right?
can.
I mean the notes, whatever it's called.
So, I guess apparently you can't put a website in the chat.
Oh.
That's interesting. I
You
just
can-
got yelled at.
Hold on, Scott. I'm not locked in. Jeremy, can you throw it in there?
Yeah, I can. Well,
You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the description.
yeah.
You can put it in the description. That way everybody can click right now because they're going to want to hit these awesome tiers that Scott's about to share with you when he figures out how to share his screen.
Well, yeah. So,
I'm sure everybody wants to know
Here.
what third base really is.
What is third base, Nate? What does third base mean to you?
It means that you get a shout out on our podcast.
not just that. All right.
No,
So,
it doesn't mean what Drew thinks it means.
Then that officially now.
all right. So I am screen sharing here. You guys, can everybody see my screen here?
Well, it sounds like we're in a Zoom meeting.
Ooh. I'm doing meetings at work.
I've
Or
got
not
a
at
hard,
work.
Not
got
at
a
work.
hard stop at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So let me know. Does that pop up?
I can see it. Yeah.
I can see it.
Perfect. So this is our Patreon page here. So we got our rewards over here on the right hand side. First reward, just to be a friend of the Patreon, that's $1 more per month, or you can do your own custom amount. Doesn't have to be one of these. That gets you that shout out. $2 will actually get you added on as credits into any of our videos. So we're actually going to institute a credits page. And you can put your name if you want to do your real name or your YouTube channel name. We don't really care, whatever one you prefer. This is the one Drew's talking about, third base with the STS guys here. That's basically everything from the prior one, plus some stickers or what else we have. We got stickers, buttons, other swag, whatever we kind of have on hand. We'll send you guys some. Super Secret Video Club. You might not know this, but we actually have some background info here. I don't know why that popped up.
It's me.
Yeah, hey Larry. That popped up strangely. So this gives us we do some filming and recording, and there's some stuff that we have recorded that we don't actually put in our podcast. So this gets you access to some of that information behind the scenes, audio and video.
So at that level, just to kind of let everyone know, so our very first kind of sponsor that we've ever had for the STS guys is basically this company called Frisky Britches. If you're not familiar with them, they are basically a women's mail away panty service. They have basically thongs and panties. So if you notice, basically there's a strong female presence on the podcast today, meaning there's no one. So basically there
was one. There was one.
I think he means us.
Oh, of us. Oh, okay. I was like, we have a few female listeners.
I'm talking about the actual like STS guys themselves.
I got moobs. Does that count?
Only on Tuesdays. So we basically try to do a commercial for this. If you, like I said, if you want those videos, I said those are going to be part of our Patreon. Basically,
Jeremy and I trying to hawk panties, basically.
Yeah, Scott and I basically unboxing basically women's thongs, and it's literally
it doesn't go well. It doesn't go well at all.
They're the most
how many
videos ever? No, they've never been published.
No. How many takes
videos you want to see?
Do you take? Yeah. So things like that. Like when we mess up, we actually mess up in glorious fashion. So we usually have that recorded. So those will be on there. Those are some of those videos that you can get for that we'll put up for everybody to have.
Stacy now wants to see us in the Frisky Britches.
Yeah. That's I think at one point there is a video. I don't know if it's on video, but those were on our head.
Yeah,
at one point. So
all I'm going to say is be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, because you know me, I have no shame. I will do it.
You will.
So you ask for it, ye shall receive. The one that I think is the coolest one is our $25 or more per month thing, which actually we have a few T-shirts that are special just for the STS guys that we have just for ourselves. That's what we use when we go.
What does it look like?
Oh, so there may be an announcement later this week, because a part of that tier is going to be an exclusive T-shirt that you can only get for donating on Patreon. However, if you don't want to donate on Patreon, you just want a shirt, we might have shirts coming real soon.
Yes.
So this is the prototype design. More designs coming soon. I haven't talked to Jeremy yet, but I think we're going to launch the store later this week, and I'm going to get Jeremy to record an awesome video to show you guys exactly what's going to be in our brand new STS Guys merch store.
Yes, and so there will be a shirt specific to our Patreon people that is actually a special shirt that we'll send you guys for that tier. Plus, everything from the other tiers is going to be included. So, one of the last ones that we have that I think is kind of cool is the $35 or more a month preview tier stuff, where you actually get to be a live guest, not just joining in the live chat and jumping on, the info chat here, but actually being a guest on the show. You'll get to come on and be part of that live thing.
And we'll talk about whatever you want. You can join our Google Hangout. It'll be awesome. It'll be basically your own episode of the STS Guys podcast.
Yeah, your own customized episode.
Yep. So we get your topics, whatever you want to see.
Yeah. You want to see Nate take off a shirt? Nate's got to take off a shirt.
Area 51. Yeah, that's probably better. Pay me not to wear women's underwear. That's.
I don't remember volunteering for any of this, but hey, you know what? I'm here to support the STS guys.
Thanks, Nate.
Except, hey,
see,
Nate, look, Drew, take your shirt off. Do you want me to do it?
See, Area 51 says I would pay not to see that, actually.
He's talking about the panties.
Yeah.
Frisky Britches.
Either or.
Danny wants me to show my britches. You guys really don't want to see this.
Yeah.
That's like an R-rated thing.
I do. We are definitely an R-rated show.
Uh-oh. Drew says, okay, guys.
We have is that our first donator?
Hold on.
Drew.
Refresh, Scott. Refresh.
Wow. Thank you, Drew. Oh, man.
We have one person
Thank you, Drew.
Drew.
Thank you.
Screen share so that way everyone can see.
Okay, this thing is
Let's
annoying.
Scott's getting pissed.
Scott Smash.
Scott Smash. There we go. You can
Oh
see
my god.
Hey.
Woo.
Thank you,
our
Drew.
first actual setup of everything, or our first Patreon thing. So
That is
that
legit,
means-
dude. Thank you. Seriously,
That is-
thank you.
Really.
that is legit. So I think we have to actually start using these tiers.
Get your tears ready.
Yeah. So there we go. We have our first official Patreon donator.
Drew, I will take off one article of clothing.
Oh, there you go.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, there you go, Drew.
Drew just made it
You
to
get to see
third
some
base.
skin.
That's about the best you're gonna get with Nate and his PG nature.
I like your elbows.
So I think we poured ourselves out for a little bit. Let's
Wait.
hear about how we're giving back.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got more whoring to do.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
Wait, what happened to those things that were on the table behind you?
Got a lot of whoring to do.
disappeared?
Oh.
Oh.
For those of you guys who don't know, we basically are about to wrap up a contest here that we have going on.
How many days left is it?
We have 20.
Yeah, it's down to hours now, man. It's,
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
So this contest ends tomorrow. So basically, what we're giving away is we're basically celebrating the art of cosplay. And so basically to do that, we are giving away some rock candy. So you have such rock candies as, sorry for the glare there. You have Spider-Gwen.
Gwenpool.
Oh,
That's a 2017
Yeah.
convention exclusive, too.
Yeah.
you have the Suicide Squad Enchantress.
Ooh.
You have Mystique from the Marvel Collector Corps. You have Ms. Marvel. You have Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. You have
Nice.
not one, but two keychains. Keychains.
DC bombshells, right?
Bombshell keychains, yeah.
Was that 5 rock candy figures? I'm bad at counting.
That was five rock candy figures, and you get them all.
And they're
Uh,
all exclusive or something special.
These openers right here, they said they work extremely well. I have been opening up my beers for 2 live episodes.
Those are like podcast
So,
you.
I love how that you did that in the first one, and it's been a week, and you still haven't actually brought in a legit bottle opener
That just makes it more valuable, man. It's actually used by
by the
Karen,
STS.
the STS guys.
And then finally, so we have 2 friends of the podcast, basically who got a couple of different pictures. We have the lovely Alina Masquerade. Whoa,
Yeah, you're not.
let me see if I can.
All I see is the
Alina
boobs.
That's all anybody sees, really. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Alina Masquerade
I'm just kidding.
and her signed photo. And then we also have a signed cosplay photo of Steffi Monster. So
Hello.
Awesome.
So that contest ends, I said, literally within hours. So you can head over to stsguys.fun to be able to enter that contest. If you do everything on the list, there's actually 70 different entries that you can actually have into that. There's, like I said, there's a good chance that you actually have a chance of winning because right now, as it sits, I think there's only like how many unique? Last time we checked, Larry, how many unique users?
It was like 40 or less.
Yeah, so we have 40, like basically 40 people. So if you go over to into that contest, like there's plus 40. Whoa!
Jesus.
So you've got a good chance to win even if you haven't entered yet. Like Jeremy said, still got about a day. Go check it out. Probably get double daily entries if you go enter right now. STS guys.
You got like 2 hours to go reset that. So do some today and got some tomorrow.
Cool. All right.
You know, I like giveaways. I like live streams. How about the next live stream we do? We do a giveaway for the people who join our live stream.
I am down for that.
So
I love that idea.
basically saying if they join the live stream, you're eligible for a giveaway. So right now, for the 9 people that are watching, so basically the odds are 1 in 9 that someone would win something. And say if we were doing a giveaway this time, someone would win.
Right? Yeah, we'll figure out the details and we'll announce it ahead of time. We'll pick a prize. I've got a pop I could give away, but if you guys would rather get something else or maybe like a prize pack, let us know in the chat or in the comments, and maybe we'll take up your suggestion and get something really cool that you guys really want.
Now, Larry, will it be super mega?
Nah, it'll be super mini mega.
Super mini?
mega.
Oh, super mini mega.
Basically,
I like
it benefits you to join these live streams because you may actually win something.
Yeah, but we are putting together our next Super Mega Prize Pack giveaway. No details yet, but it's coming really soon. It might involve a special Caped Crusader. Who knows?
Ooh, keep it a mystery.
Yeah, right.
Like I said, we have, like I said, basically when we do our giveaways, we always like to do not just like I said one item. Like we'd like to do prize pack giveaways. I go over to the prize pack closet that I have right over here. The guys have all been over to my house and have seen the prize pack closet.
The closet of random shit.
It is substantial.
It's packed with lots of good stuff. So let's do this. Let's take these last few minutes and talk about whatever the chat wants to talk about. I mean, you guys got any questions? Anything you want to talk about?
Talk to us, chat. Talk to us.
Brian Rainey likes Super Mini Mega.
Do you? Thank you. You know, a lot of these naming conventions come from me, and a lot of the times it's just spur of the moment. That one was not thought out ahead of time. But hey, you know what? If Brian likes it, maybe it'll stick.
Yeah, we'll Brian, in honor of you, we'll stamp it. That's what it'll be.
That'll be the official giveaways for live streams.
Yeah.
And the Hurts, the Truth Hurts podcast, the movie was amazing. What do you think? What movie are you talking about?
Are you talking
Black Panther?
Black Panther?
Nate needs to take his shirt off. Drew, I already gave you a little bit of skin, man. I took my jacket off. I mean, I really appreciate your donation, but I don't know if I'm going to show skin here. We got other people that don't want to see
Drew,
that.
just know that among all, he's not wearing pants. So
one of us isn't wearing pants. Which one?
Yeah, guess which STS guy is not wearing pants right now?
Spoiler alert.
It's not me.
It's not me.
No comment.
So yeah, this is your guys' chance to ask us some questions. Who made your guys' intro? Says Hunter.
I did.
James Hunter.
I did. I make our intros.
Drew, I'm going to tell you this, Drew, right now. I don't know if Nate is committed to on-screen nudity. You know I am, but nobody needs to see that.
Real quick, also Brian, I want to give a shout out, thank you to Brian. So Brian, so we casual unboxing. Brian sent me an awesome signed comic by Jeremy Hahn and John Hurley. So it's kind of really glary right there. So that signed comic is actually
it's right there up on the wall.
Wait, on your brand new signed comic wall?
My signed comic wall.
Let's all look at Jeremy's room of glory here. This is impressive.
So I'm kind of doing something different. So if you notice in the background, like I said, there's a whole bunch of comics starting to go up on the wall. This entire wall is actually going to be filled up with comics eventually. There's a table back here. So just because people have wanted to see it, I'm moving from awesome hand model unboxing to actually being in front of the camera. Just because I've had some upgraded equipment that I've gotten recently. So we will basically have videos that will actually feature us since we're actually doing these live streams now. So that we'll actually get to see us and meet us and throughout the different videos. So so a lot of different setup coming with some of the unboxings and some of the different things going on. So that is the setup that's going on back there.
Long story short, you're going to get a lot more of Jeremy's beautiful face.
Absolutely. And then basically every comic that will be on that wall will actually be signed too. So maybe I said eventually I'll do a video of that too, of basically going through every single signed book. So basically if it's on this wall, like I said I'm not done yet. I had to actually order more of these. These are called BCW Snap-Its. So I had to order basically a few more packs of those so I can move them off the wall. But yeah, so every single comic you see behind there is signed by one or more people. So we'll go through that one too. Maybe an awesome Wednesday autographing session in
Hump Day.
I've always told you, Jeremy, I think your collection is very impressive. It looks like the Truth Hurts podcast is asking us, where would you rank Black Panther the movie in the Marvel universe? So I think Jeremy already said what, number 6?
Let me.
Yeah, so Jeremy puts it at number 6. For me, it's right. It's kind of dead center. Like I think I don't know the number of it, but I'd put it pretty close to the middle. Whatever we kind of rank in there, like it's pretty close.
That's what I was thinking too, right? I haven't sat down and done my rankings. By the way, I think we're going to work on an official MCU rankings video. So look for that soon. But I'm guessing it's outside of my top 10, so somewhere between 10 and 15.
Yeah. So coming up here, another hint here. Hunter, Ben Sounds Actionable is who does our intro music or the song that comes from that.
I think there's a link to it too in most of our videos.
Yeah,
I think at least we have the name for it. You can search him on or the Ben Sound on YouTube to find like other songs and stuff that they do.
Yeah. So quick story. Like when we started all this, like before episode 1, Jeremy came in to like our first STS guys meeting and brought the song for me and Scott to listen to. We both listened to it for 2 seconds and we're like, "Yep, that's it.
Well,
done."
There was like a couple of these, like, well, maybe these other ones, and like we listened to a couple seconds. We're like, no, go back to that first one. Like,
it was literally the first song that I had downloaded too. Like, so
yeah,
done. It was Fate, Dr. Fate.
Yeah, I think the first time I listened to the first episode, I was like, dude, where'd you get the intro? Because that was awesome.
Yeah, it worked out pretty well. Awesome song.
So Drew has asked us, what do we want to accomplish in 2018 STS, guys? What's our goals? And
our goal is to not suck. Basically, no. I honestly would like to do more travel stuff. Go to be able to do more shows outside of kind of our local area. I know we have a few things on docket, but I think that's the big thing for us is getting to do more in the field type of videos.
Yeah. So things that are on docket. So get better video quality. Just kind of discuss about some things that are on docket that we have. So we have Las Vegas ToyCon. So that's gonna be coming up.
Super ToyCon. Yes, Las Vegas Super ToyCon. We have Phoenix Comic Fest. We have Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con. So all some different things that we've confirmed that we have confirmed badges for. Earlier this week,
San Diego Comic Con in July. I'll be going to that.
Earlier this week, Tucson Comic Con announced their 2018 dates. The first week in November. Pretty sure you're going to see us there too.
Yeah, that's a decent drive for us. Like, you know what, within, I think, Jeremy, we did what, it took us about an hour to get down there.
It takes an hour and a half to get down there. We get maybe an hour the way I drive. So
yeah. So I mean, we did what, half the podcast basically on the drive and called it good. So yeah, that one's definitely within our reach. And I think I'd like to do more, you know, some of the California conventions and things that they have. You know, we did the last trip, and I think we'd like to do a little bit more.
Man, every time I have a conversation with my wife, I'm trying to scam my way into a trip to California. I brought up WonderCon the other day. We're like, hey, what can we do for spring break? I'm like, WonderCon. She's like, nope. So trust me, I'm going to keep working at it, and we'll be going to another con soon.
we got to convince the significant other to let us kind of shape our vacations around events that are going on.
My wife's tired of cons, but I'll see what I can do. Friend of the podcast, Stacy, asks, will there be more Friday the 13th gameplay?
We can.
I think that's one of our goals, though, right? At least
it's gaming stuff.
Scott and I, we want to get STS guys gaming going better. Nate did a live stream a week or two ago. That's number one on my list of goals for 2018. It's already into February, man. And I haven't done one single live stream. We got to get more into that.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a kind of a necessity here is us to do more of the gaming stuff. Hunt to Become Hunter. Do you think they should have showed Venom in the trailer? I think they should have showed us something in the trailer because I don't know what the movie is about based on that trailer. Like the Venom trailer could have been for a rom-com. It could have been for a thriller, a horror movie. I don't know what that was for.
Yeah, Larry talked about it last week. If you don't know that Tom Hardy becomes Venom, that trailer didn't help at all.
Nope. Yeah, it doesn't give you anything. So they needed to show a little bit more than just like the veins starting to be kind of black here. I do say, Stacy, those reactions were genuine because Jeremy and I were fairly sauced at that point. So
I was gonna say there should be an explicit content warning before that plays.
So here's the thing.
That is the first video that we actually put one on.
Yeah, we actually put an explicit warning on because me and Scott had been drinking all day long, and then I said we decided to play Friday the 13th, and we're like basically jumping up and down like girls.
So Truthers podcast.
Drew says, how does Nate feel about Frenchmen? I think Frenchmen are very special people, Drew, especially French Canadians, and you know what I'm talking about. So, the Truthers podcast says, how well do you think the new Avengers film will be? I think Infinity War is going to be awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
It has to be. Like there's no way they can let it down after building it up for so long. Like it has to come out and be good. Like there's no other option for them. If it bombs or if it's not good, like it's gonna crash everything in the future for them. So that like their real future is banking on it.
Yeah. So Brian Rainey has a question. And what have you guys thought about doing Periscope? Periscope, yes, we have thought about it. It is so much hard work. I don't know. Like I said, I can speak for all the guys on here. Like I said, being on every single social media platform and live streaming platform,
we're already stressed.
It's crazy.
True.
It's something that
Periscope, you have to be by yourself too. You can't do the group thing. So I think if we were going to do live stuff, maybe rather than do a whole podcast, we can just do like a quick Q&A live stream on YouTube
or something like that. And just put us
like
on
this, man. This is easy.
Or sometimes we'll also go live on our Instagram. Basically on our Instagram as well. Instagram
that's easier.
Mm-hmm.
And Instagram, you can add people now too. Like it's a split screen, but like maybe Jeremy could be the top screen, I could be the bottom screen.
Right.
The big spoon and the little spoon.
What did we think of Punisher on Netflix?
So we actually talked about this a lot in one of our prior podcasts, but I think it was unanimous that we all really enjoyed the Punisher.
Apparently, except for Larry, who hasn't finished it yet.
I haven't finished it. My bad.
Well,
but I liked it.
I did see Larry. You did like it, from what I remember. Yeah,
so
I think unanimous. Punisher was one of the best Marvel Netflix shows that they've come out with yet.
Right.
Wait, doesn't Jessica Jones season 2 come out like next week?
Yeah, you're right.
I saw that they dropped a trailer just the other day out of the blue, and I was like, when does this come out? And it's
February something, so it's got to be like within February. The next week or so. I'm super stoked about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Jessica Jones season 1 was my favorite Marvel Netflix show. Cannot wait for season 2.
The only thing I'm really sad about in Jessica Jones is that we don't get the Purple Man anymore.
Are you sure? Because he was on set.
Oh, but I'm thinking maybe is he going to be actually in that, or is he just kind of like the guilt ghost or whatever? Like,
could be like flashbacks, maybe.
Yeah, like flashbacks or things. But like, I mean, she kind of broke that dude's neck. I don't think he's gonna to be back.
Yeah, I'd be really surprised if he survived what she did to him.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I'm super excited. Jessica Jones, that first season of Daredevil, and actually, I guess both seasons of Daredevil and Punisher, I think, are the best best series that Netflix has.
Ray Gill loves Jessica pounding stuff.
Like Luke Cage. All right. Ray Gill. So Ray Gill just really loved that sex scene where they break through the wall.
He brings up a good point. That was probably the most sexual Marvel Netflix
series. Yeah.
There's a lot of sex in that show.
You're a dirty old bald man, Ray Gill.
Truth hurts. This brings up a good thing. You said you like Iron Fist and Luke Cage. I liked the first half of Luke Cage.
Yes.
Iron Fist was too much board drama for me. Like there was some cool stuff, but I just don't like the way they characterized it. But that first half of Luke Cage was awesome. And then they killed off, what was it? Cottonmouth, and then brought in a new bad guy for us kind of like halfway through. That I wish it would have stayed Cottonmouth the whole time and then maybe try to save a different character for a season 2.
Yeah,
totally agree. I think killing off Cottonmouth at the middle of the show didn't make a lot of sense. And then Iron Fist, while I respect your opinion, the truth hurts. It's got to be my least favorite.
I agree. 5-minute warning.
5-minute warning. We got 5 minutes, guys.
5 minutes before the show ends. Drew, LAN party. Yes. There was, like I said, I wish there was a better way. I remember back in the day, LAN parties were my favorite thing in the entire world.
Halo.
Like Xboxes up to one another, having cords run all over the house. So
I used to LAN parties like every weekend with Halo.
You know the easiest way to do that, right? The Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Nintendo Switch, that is going to be picked up tomorrow by me.
Really? What? Breaking news!
I still have to convince the wife, but it's on my list.
I picked up a Switch back on Black Friday, and I don't regret it at all. I stopped playing my PS4 for 2 months after I picked it up. That's how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I'm picking up the Switch tomorrow.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, and we talked about doing some live streams. I'm just going to do a little shameless self-plug. I'm going to Tokyo next week, so you can see the STS guys in Tokyo. I'm going to be doing some live streams while I'm walking around the city, so you guys can see some of that.
Cool.
Nice.
I'll also do some live streams maybe from ToyCon too. So
Awesome.
Nice.
I'll be
Good
there
idea.
Saturday.
Get a picture of Hector.
Yeah.
Get him saying, I got a last name too, but I can't pronounce it.
So I know we're wrapping up here, but I want to say big thanks to everybody that joined us.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. It was fun to interact with everybody.
Thank
This
you,
was an
Drew.
awesome turnout.
Thank you, Drew.
Thank you,
Thank
Drew,
you
so much for your donation.
The Patreon thing.
You're the
You are
best super
amazing
fan
person.
ever.
Yes.
Truth Hurts, Gears of War 4. Woo, woo.
Thanks
So
everybody for interacting and all your comments. We really appreciate it.
we appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
The next episode probably won't be live. Like I said, we'll probably be doing.
I think Jeremy and I had talked about this, and I think our kind of plan is to maybe try to do like a once a month or some sort of cadence like that to do the live stream, and then we'll have our kind of recorded ones, more on this way. So this is kind of a cool thing for us to do, every so often, is to jump on live like this. I think this is awesome, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, this is a ton of fun. I love interacting with everybody.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm gonna. We haven't talked about this too much, but like you said, it's pretty rad. I'm down for doing this a little bit more often. I like the studio ones, but this was fun, and I like you guys joining. It gives us something unique to talk about. So Thank you for joining and being active, everybody.
Yeah.
So
let us know what you guys think. If you'd like to see more live streams, tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
do you like the live streams? Like I said, if we could maybe kick that up more often, then I said if you guys like the live streams.
Yep. Let us know, man. Let us know.
Let us know in the
Can I do social media shout outs?
Yes, go ahead.
Do it.
So if you're not already following us on everything,
It's called the STS SMS, just by the way.
what is it?
The STS SMS.
SMS.
Okay. So check us out on Instagram at SDS Guys. Check us out on Twitter at SDS Guys. Check us out on Facebook at The SDS Guys. And I am Larry from The SDS Guys.
Oh,
That's my new closing on videos.
There you go.
So Brian Rainey did say he loves the live streams. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
You're one of our best fans, man. I appreciate it.
Super mega fan, Brian
Super
Ramey.
mega fan.
I like doing live streams. I love interacting with people. So this is
Me too. You guys are rad.
It's good to see all your faces. I mean, that for me, it does it all.
It's good to
You
see
mean
your
all
face,
our
Nate.
faces? Yeah.
It's actually not pixelated this time, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, yes. You can actually. It doesn't look like you're just chopping movement around.
All
Thank
right.
you, Jeremy. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome anytime. So I think that does it for episode 24 of the STS Guys. So for episode 24, I'm Jeremy.
I'm Larry.
I'm Nate.
And I'm Scott.
For the STS Guys. Bye.
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 Bye.